Pierre-Paul Prud'hon, born on April 4, 1758, in Cluny, France, was a remarkable French painter and draftsman whose work bridged the gap between Neoclassicism and Romanticism. The son of a stonemason, Prud'hon's artistic talent was recognized early in life, leading him to study at the Dijon Academy under François de Vosges. In 1784, Prud'hon won the Prix de Rome, which allowed him to spend 4 years in Italy. During this time, he developed a deep appreciation for the works of Leonardo da Vinci and Correggio, influences that would shape his unique artistic style. Upon returning to Paris in 1789, Prud'hon struggled initially, earning a living through portraits and graphic work. However, his fortunes changed as he gained recognition and eventually became a court portraitist for Napoleon Bonaparte and his family. Prud'hon's art is characterized by a softer, more sensual approach that set him apart from the more exacting neoclassical style dominant in France at the time. His paintings often feature a subtle use of light and shadow, creating a dreamy, ethereal quality that would become a hallmark of Romantic art. This technique, reminiscent of Leonardo's sfumato that blended colors to give a hazy effect, gave his works a suggestive quality and an air of mystery. One of Prud'hon's most famous works, Justice and Divine Vengeance Pursuing Crime, 1808, exemplifies his romantic tendencies. The painting's dramatic use of chiaroscuro, using light and dark to add contrast throughout a painting, its emotional intensity, and its exploration of themes of justice and morality align closely with Romantic ideals. This dramatic painting depicts a night scene where divine justice, represented by 2 allegorical figures, pursues a fleeing criminal who has just committed murder. Unlike the rigid sculptural figures of Neoclassicism, Prud'hon's subjects often appear softer and more emotionally expressive, as seen in his portraits of Napoleon's wives, Josephine and Marie-Louise. Innocence Preferring Love to Riches, 1804, is an allegorical painting that displays Prud'hon's skill in blending Neoclassicism with Romanticism. The central figure, a personification of innocence, chooses love, represented by Cupid, over riches, a woman offering golden treasures. The painting's subtle complexity is evident in the way innocence gazes longingly at riches while embracing love. Andromache and Astyanax, 1813–1817, is a painting Prud'hon was working on at the time of his death, which was later completed by his student. The work depicts a scene from the Trojan War, showing Andromache, wife of the fallen Trojan hero Hector, with their son Astyanax. The painting is notable for its emotional depth and Prud'hon's characteristic use of sfumato technique. Portrait of Empress Josephine, 1805, is one of Prud'hon's most well-known portraits. As a court portraitist for Napoleon, Prud'hon painted this portrait of the Empress with a softer, more sensual approach that set him apart from the austere neoclassical style dominant at the time. The portrait is characterized by its subtle use of light and shadow, creating a dreamy, sublime quality. Prud'hon's status as a Romantic painter is further cemented by his focus on emotion and individual expression over strict adherence to classical forms. His allegorical works, such as The Soul Breaking the Links Holding It to the Earth and The Dream of Happiness, explore deeply personal and emotional themes, a key characteristic of Romantic art. The influence of Prud'hon on subsequent generations of artists was significant. He was an early influence on Théodore Géricault, one of the pioneers of French Romanticism. Eugène Delacroix, another giant of Romantic painting, recognized Prud'hon's importance, noting his unique approach to figure drawing even late in life. Prud'hon's soft, atmospheric style and his emphasis on emotion over rigid classical ideals paved the way for later Romantic artists and even influenced some symbolist painters like Odilon Redon. Prud'hon's life was marked by personal tragedy, including an unhappy marriage and the suicide of his mistress and collaborator Constance Meyer in 1821. These experiences likely contributed to the melancholic undertones present in much of his work. Prud'hon died on February 16, 1823 in Paris, leaving behind a legacy that would continue to inspire artists for generations to come. Today, Pierre-Paul Prud'hon is remembered as a crucial figure in the transition from Neoclassicism to Romanticism in French art. His unique style, blending classical training with emotional depth and atmospheric effects, created a body of work that continues to captivate viewers with its beauty and sensitivity.